You're going to want to take notes for this one.
The future of money and wealth is going to be online. If you're sitting here telling me that you cannot make any extra income, it's because you're lazy. If you strike people's attention and you retain people's attention, you've struck gold.
Now, before we hop into today's show, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's jump into the video.
Yo, 5 business ideas that I think a lot of people are not talking about that you need to be doing, especially in 2023. You see, in 2023, we see that the cost of borrowing money is going up. We see that the cost of groceries are going up. We see that gas is going up at an all-time high. I was in California and gas was at $7.50 in LA. And I'm sitting here like, yo, wait a minute. I want to help my people get out of debt, but right now I gotta help my people make more income, make more money. But here's something that I'm also seeing, that if you are focused, if you are intentional, if you have a vision and you are willing to put in execution, then you can bring manifestation into your life. It's a lot to talk about the things that you want to do, but then you're not doing any execution that's bringing manifestation. And so today I want to help you really start thinking outside of the box. I've really been passionate over these last few months of really helping people maximize and bring in more income, especially during your single season or especially right now. Because although we're seeing inflation at an all-time high, we're coming off of the end of COVID, you know, I've also seen people make 6 figures, make an extra 20 grand a year, cross over into the 7 figures. And I want to give you 5 business ideas, 5 side hustles that you can do that if you do it right, you can also learn how to turn this into a full-time situation, right? And here's number 1. I'm not into this space, but after really researching it and really diving in and learning more about it, I thought it was great for me to really mention it. And here's number 1, e-commerce, selling goods online. We did a video a while back with one of our newest teammates. We call her our little sister, Michelle, and we were teaching you how to create journals online. And literally, from Michelle doing research, myself doing research, we found companies out there that would allow you to go online, create a free journal, something just like this, right? To where you can have a nice cover on the front if you wanted to, or you can have it a blank cover and maybe have 1 or 2 pages and then there's just nothing on the inside. Literally, and I use this like clockwork. All my show notes are in here. Every meeting that I'm in here. And I think I spent maybe 10, 15 bucks for this, and I use it like clockwork. I use it. And so we showed you on a video, and I'm gonna drop a link to that video below so you can go watch this video with Michelle. I already have over 100,000 views on it within a matter of a month, where she's literally walking you through the entire process with BookBoat, right? On how you can go online, create this journal, create a coloring book, create a budget journal, create a note journal. You can create it and then upload it to Amazon and then sell it. People are doing an extra $2,000, $3,000 a month, up to $5,000 a month, just from creating easy journals, easy notepads, easy coloring books for kids. And this process is super easy. And we have a video walking you from A all the way to Z. Another thing in the e-commerce is t-shirt print on demand. Now, we're actually about to get into the t-shirt and sweatshirt merchandise world as well. And I'm really excited about it because you can make an extra 10, 15 bucks off of this. You can literally, through several websites, you can literally go online, create the shirt, put it for sale, and never spend $1 of your own money. Never. Now, on these particular websites, they will get a percentage of the sale because, of course, they're doing the printing for you and they're doing the shipping. But if you have this creative concept and you do not have the funds to go ahead and get the product in-house, well, why not go online, work with one of these websites, work with one of these organizations, give them the concept. You still own the concept, but they partner with you to go ahead and get it out there. Here's another one. Purchasing merchandise in bulk by putting your logo on them and selling them. This is called white label. This is what a lot of people are doing, like in the protein shake world, the what do you call it? The body fat world, which, you know, I don't want to be rude or disrespectful, but some of these people talking about, you know, I worked out. I drunk this protein shake. You drank a protein shake after you? I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. So many people have worked out. So many people are drinking this shake and losing their weight. But I'm just going to be real with y'all, because this is the table. Don't believe everything you see when people say, man, I drunk this and I lost 200 pounds. No, they went to the doctor. They lost it, but they lost it through surgery. You know, one of the things that I've learned when it comes to white labeling is that sometimes it's a good play. It is a great play, actually. But make sure you do the research on the product that you're searching up. Make sure that you understand exactly what you're buying. But e-commerce is really one of the best ways on how you can generate some extra income. And I want to go back to the selling journal side. This website that we actually went through, I mean, it has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ideas for journals that you can make. So pretty much they do all of the hard work for you. You just have to come in with your creativity, with your eyes, with your vision, partner with them to make a very exceptional book, an exceptional journal, something that is beautiful. And they're going to also help you get it online on Amazon and sell. But they do all the work. They even do all the research. What am I trying to say? In today's day and time, if you're sitting here telling me that you cannot make any extra income, it's because you're lazy. It is because you don't want to do the work to get extra income coming in. You don't want to do the research. You don't want to do the labor for a little bit so you can get extra income coming in. Stop complaining about the next 12 years of your life if you were not willing to sacrifice 12 months. There's so much that we could do. There's so much that you could do online. It is ridiculous. Are you ready to transform your career in 2023? I want you to consider Bethel School of Technology, the world's only Christian online tech bootcamp. With African Americans representing just 7.9% of the tech workforce in the US, it's time to bridge that gap and create more opportunities for everyone in this booming industry. Bethel Tech is committed, and I mean this, they're committed to providing accessible, lucrative, and fulfilling tech careers for all individuals. In their comprehensive 9-month program, you'll master essential skills to kickstart your technology career today. The earning potential is crazy impressive. Indeed reports that software developers in the US earn on average about $103,000 per year. What? Choose from programs like cybersecurity and UI UX design and ignite your tech career with passion and with purpose. Forget about accumulating and racking up debt and invest just 9 months to revolutionize the next 9 years of your professional life. Embrace your potential with Bethel Tech and achieve your career aspirations today. Hey, visit anthonyoneal.com/Bethel or click the link in today's show notes to register and take the first step towards a bright future in technology. Hey, talking about a bright future, let's get back to today's show. So that's number one, e-commerce. Here's number two. And this is something that I'm really learning about and taking advantage of it with my business today. This is the virtual assistant business. Listen, the short word for it is VAs, all right? And virtual assistant, some of y'all may hear this and be like, okay, virtual assistant means I'm gonna be someone's assistant, right? When we think of assistant, old school, I think of the word secretary because of my age, right? And secretary means that I was working for someone and taking their notes and booking their meetings, stuff like that. And that is an assistant. That is. But VAs now come in a form of all types of things. And a virtual assistant is, what do you need assistance with? And how can I accomplish that for you? Prime example, you can have a VA that is a video editor. You can have a VA that posts your social media content. You can have a VA, virtual assistant, if you're writing a book that goes out there and studies all the facts and stats and comes back to you and tell you this stuff. You can have a VA that orders your groceries for you. You can have a VA that, yes, that does manage your schedule, that does manage your calendar, that does manage booking your flights. But you can have a VA that can go out there and build your website. What am I saying? A VA is a great side business. If you have a skill that you can do online without being in that person's building, you are called a VA and you can make some great money. I have several VAs. I had a VA assistant, and I'll be honest with you all, I was paying her $4,000 a month to be my virtual assistant. I grew to the point to where I needed someone internal, locally here in the DMV area. And so we let that VA go as we're hiring someone. I had a VA graphic designer in the Philippines, right? And then I let that graphic designer go in the Philippines, VA, and I hired someone local in the United States. Then I eventually found someone full-time, and y'all met him, Alex, who's our creative director. Now we have a VA for Alex who helps him out with other stuff that he cannot do because of his bandwidth. So we have a virtual assistant in the graphic area for Alex. But let's just say you are a secretary or you are an assistant or you're a customer service agent on the side. What if you can come home, watch this, and be a customer service agent, VA, right, virtually for someone like me? You know, we're eventually going to be looking for someone to come on and be our customer service or our customer experience liaison for all of our memberships and our course academies that we have out right now. So if you are that person who is on your job and it's your responsibility to make sure that customers are okay when they call in for Verizon or AT&T or any company, you're making sure that the customer is happy and pleased and getting access to maybe their passwords or getting access to their accounts or maybe just getting an update on the status of their account. What if you took all that information, came home, and you made yourself a VA for other companies like myself or other companies who are looking for people who are experienced and making sure that the customer has a great experience with them and their company? Virtual assisting is beautiful. It is honestly one of the best things I think anybody can do from home. Because let's say, for an example, let me write this down. I was paying my assistant $4,000 a month, once a month, right? And I think she was full-time. She was definitely full-time. And the only reason why she's not on the team anymore is not because of her skills. It's just because she couldn't move to the DMV area. And so my team is moving to the VA area. And so I think we was paying her full-time, $4,000 a month. I think she was giving me maybe 14, 15 hours a week, right? And so if you're getting a regular work week, and let's say, for an example, you can bump that up to $5,000 a month with one client. $5,000 a month with one client, giving them 20 hours a week, times that by 2, you're at $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year. A year that you're making. Now, if you're $120,000 a year as a virtual assistant with 2 people and you have your own business, that $120,000 within your first year, 2 years, you can honestly bring home net after taxes about $100,000. Because you're going to have a lot of stuff that you're going to have to write off. You're going to have to buy computers. You're going to buy you a stand-up desk, a desk that rises up and that can rise down. You need to buy a couple of monitors. You need to buy you a different cell phone package plan. You have to buy you a different, a high-speed internet package, because you need to make sure, here's where a lot of people mess up in the VA world. They buy, give you a little tip, this for everyone. They go to like your cable internet and they get the fast speed download, but they do not get the fast speed upload. So if you're in the VA business, it's very important for you to get the upload speed, because your upload speed is how you're streaming, right? So let's say if you're on a Zoom call, you're not downloading, think about this, you're downloading my image on your screen right now. Me, I had to upload my image so you can download my image. So VAs have to get real good upload speeds, not just download speeds. And this is just really for anybody. If you really want to, have a great internet experience, if you're uploading something to like YouTube, if you're uploading something to like Google, that's your upload speed. And you want that to be as high as you possibly can. Your download speed is important because like watching things on YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, that's your download speed. VAs, if you're going to be doing a lot of Zoom calls, if you're going to be uploading a lot of like PDF documents and sending a lot of stuff, you need to make sure that your upload speed is well. And that means more money. But here's the thing. If you have a VA business, you can write all that off. You can write it all off on your taxes. You can write off a portion of your home now on taxes. What am I saying here? Now, not only are you making income as a VA, not only are you serving people as a VA, but now you have a tax strategy put into place to where now if you're making 120, you can net about 100,000 within your first 2 years because you're going to have a lot of expenses. But VAs, absolutely amazing. It's probably, I think, the quickest and easiest thing somebody can get into because someone is always looking for help at a much cheaper price. And if you can work from home making $120,000 just from being a virtual assistant, I would. Real talk. Here's number 3. Number 3 is one that I think is the best way. And it is the most refreshing and sustainable way, right? When it comes to building wealth. And when it comes to the businesses that I believe that is really taking over the industry and that I believe within the next 5 years, we're going to see more younger people really starting to make mid 6 figures to 7 figures before they're even 21, 22 years old because of this philosophy. And it's called the personal brand. And AKA in the internet space, this is called content creation. 40 years ago, when you think about it, if you struck oil, you struck gold. Today is if you strike people's attention and you retain people's attention, you've struck gold. If you can build you an audience of 2,000, 3,000 people, and those people are engaging with you, those people are entertaining with you, those people are coming to your shows, your podcasts, your Instagram, your blogs, your shows, you name it, and they are retaining your information and they're trusting you and they're looking at you as a thought leader, now you've just struck gold because as you continue to serve that individual and help them better their lives for whatever reason they're coming to you for, now your Apples, now your Disneys, now your Best Buys, now, businesses are coming to you saying, hey, Anthony, can we partner with you to offer your tribe this amazing product or this amazing service? Studies are showing nearly right now, currently in the year 2023, that nearly 70% of people live in paycheck to paycheck. When you dive deeper into this study reveals that out of that 70%, a large portion of those are people who make over 6 figures. These are people who are living paycheck to paycheck because of inflation, because of job loss. But a lot of people saying, man, we have an income problem. And here's the truth. We don't really have an income problem. We have a lack of utilizing our gifts and skills problem. You have the skills, you have the talents that God put on the inside of you. And I want to ask you this question. I want to be very honest. Are you utilizing them correctly? Or are you just going to work, getting that check, coming home, and not really utilizing your gifts and skills to build wealth to pay off debt? Well, listen, I am hosting a 100% free masterclass here with the next few days, and I'm teaching people how to build a personal brand, how to use the gifts and the skills that God put on the inside of you and turn that into an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month to go towards paying off debt, to go towards, building an emergency fund, to go towards building a dream home. But I'm going to go even a step further. What if you can use the same principles I'm going to be teaching for free? You make an extra $1,000 to $5,000, but what happens if you could turn it into a 6-figure income or maybe a 7-figure income within the next couple of years? Well, if you are ready to take control of your money, if you're ready to utilize the gifts and the skills God has given you to build a legacy, to build wealth for yourself, can you meet me? I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/save my seat. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/save my seat. Or you can click the link in today's show notes. It's 100% free. Come join me. Let me show you how my team and I, built a 7-figure brand and how we can put $1,000 in your pocket within the next 30 to 60 days. I'll see you soon. And when you think of a personal brand, think of people like your Beyonce. She's built a personal brand behind her brand, and her music. Let's go down even, not lower, but let's go down to someone that a lot of people may know in my community, Sarah Jakes Roberts. Sarah Jakes Roberts has a personal brand. She has Woman Evolve. And she also has close to, I think between her and her husband, almost 5 other businesses, but they're all built around the individual Sarah Jakes Roberts, her story. What is she passionate about? Why is Woman Evolving so important? Because Sarah has evolved as a woman over the years, from being a teen mom, her father is one of the most influential people in the United States, actually in the world, right? And having to evolve from that situation to where she is today, to where now she is one of the most sought after speakers and most influential people in the world. She's evolving and she's helping other ladies evolve. Now she has Woman Evolve TV. Now she has a Woman Evolve podcast. Now she has a Woman Evolve conference, which you all need to get to Woman Evolve. And so a personal brand is built around your story, your journey. It's not built around your education and what you went to school for. Another example, personal brand is myself. Went from homeless, sleeping in the back of my car, raised by 4 loving, hardworking, God-fearing family members, who my mama worked 2-3 jobs just to make sure that her kids had a decent Christmas. My mom quit her job to homeschool me, right? Because I was a knucklehead in school and I got expelled, and they didn't want to send me off to a secondary school with a bunch of gang members and dope boys and drug dealers. And my mom said, I don't want to put my son around that environment because he made a mistake. I didn't have a bad kid. I just had a kid who made a bad decision. So she quit her job to homeschool me, right? Then I go off to college. I ended up having sex with a young lady, and I thought that she was pregnant. Well, I thought she was pregnant, and I thought I was the father. I became a father to a daughter that actually wasn't mine. I spent money at the strip club. I racked up all this debt. I slept in my car. I got my license to come to preaching and still fell short while I was preaching. I've worked with some of the biggest names in the world. I have a story. I have a journey. And what am I doing? I'm taking that story and that journey, and I've turned it into a personal brand, and I'm serving people like yourself. And because I'm serving people like yourself, because I'm helping people get out of debt, because I'm helping people build wealth, because I'm helping people build a personal brand, because I'm helping singles maximize their single season, because I did not maximize my single season when I was in my 20s. I've been able to build a 7-figure plus brand. And this is something that I enjoy doing. And because we've been able to build something nice, we have 5 full-time employees, 4 other contractors, about to hire another employee here in Q2, and then going on to Q3, Q4, we'll hire 1 or 2 more people full-time, simply because of my personal brand. I wake up every single day excited to work with these guys and ladies. I wake up every single day excited to serve you. I wake up every single day excited to go to my speaking engagements and hear how the content has blessed you and helped you. Because if my content doesn't bless you, if it doesn't help you, then we can't make any money. I get excited to wake up and go in my office and to just study, to learn, so I can come and teach you. You know what? Why else I get excited? And be real with you. It's because this gives me freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And so when I do have a wife, when I do get kids, because I've focused on this, now I can enjoy life. I can say, you know what, team, we work Monday through Thursday today. We're going to work Tuesday through Thursdays, starting XYZ. As a matter of fact, one thing that we're doing this year is I normally take off the whole month of July, just as a sabbatical. And I'm doing that again this year. And I told my whole team, hey, the first 2 weeks of July, take off. So now we are positioning ourselves to where everyone on my team, everyone on my staff can take off for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. still getting paid, still doing their thing. Y'all go take a vacation. I'm gonna go take a vacation, but they gotta come back to work before me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play with you like that. I ain't gonna pay them a whole month. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them 2 weeks, and y'all come back and get the thing right. But what am I saying? Because of my story, because of my journey, building a personal brand, it gives you the freedom to have and to do what you want to do. And if you want to learn more on how to launch your personal brand, if you're ready to share your story, if you're ready to share your experiences, you could be a mom of 2 kids in a teen mom. You could be an ex-stripper, an ex-OnlyFans person. You can be whatever, like whatever you've experienced. Somebody needs your message. Somebody needs your story. And people are doing right now, we have a community called the Impact Creator Society. And we have a community where we're literally showing people how to build the brand. And they're making an extra $1,000, $2,000 to $5,000 a month simply by just building their personal brand. Over 1,000 people are inside of this community. And if you want to learn just the basics of how you can do it, I'm hosting a webinar here within a few days. I would love for you to be a part of it. All you gotta do is go to anthonyoneal.com/save my seat. Save my seat. We'll put that information in the show notes so you can do that. It's a free webinar I'm hosting here within a few days, and you can come be a part of it. Give me 45 minutes of your time, and I'll show you how the basics of building a personal brand. And I promise you, you will love it. We've had over 1,400 people join our community, but we've had thousands, I mean, close to 30,000 people come and get this free information on how to start the process of building their brand. So I want to encourage you, if you want to come, if you want to start making this extra income, one of the best business ideas in the world is to start a personal brand. Join us. Go to anthonyoneal.com/save my seat. And we're going to put that information in your email box so that way you can get a part of this thing for free. 45 minutes, 100% free. All right. Here's number 4, a service-based business. Well, what's a good example of this? This is called tutoring. So one of my, it's not called, but what a good example of a service-based business is tutoring, consulting business, or a cleaning service. We had a couple on my show here recently, and they actually started a home cleaning business. It's phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. They've never cleaned one house. Did you hear me? They started a home cleaning business, and they've never cleaned one house. Yes. Yeah. 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 What am I saying? If you do the research, there are some things that you can start, that you can pivot into, that doesn't require so much work. And I can't really say exactly how they did it because that's not really my thing. But Michelle, let's make sure that we link the video for them in today's show notes. But we'll link that video to where you can see exactly how they got into the cleaning business and never cleaned a actual house, right? But it's simple. They went online and they became like the contractors. Oh, that's exactly how they're doing it. It's like a general contractor. So I'm in the process of building my dream home, y'all. I haven't really shared it publicly. So if you're watching today's show, hey, you get to hear it all out. But it's like I met with my general contractor. Well, my general contractor is not the electrician. He's not the plumber. He's not even going to frame the house. He's just a supervisor, making sure all of the subcontractors are doing the right thing. And that's exactly what they did. They went out there and started a business, right? So, we want to start a cleaning business. Then they went out there and hired different people who specialize in cleaning, who specialize in windows, who specialize in this. And they have a company, and they go out there and they subcontract all those people to go out and to clean homes. And never cleaned one house. They supervise the people who actually do the work. And so if you create a service-based business like a cleaning company, you may not even have to do the work. And you can still make money. Now, you're not going to make 100% of the money because you still got to pay your subcontractors. Let's say, for an example, you charge this person $300 to clean the house. And then let's say you pay the cleaning people $175 or $200. For no work, you made $100. They made $200. That's not a bad situation. And really, I'll be honest with you, technically, those people, the supervisors, are still making more money. I think how it is like the supervisor making $200 and they making $100 in that type of situation. But again, if you're going to do the business, you got to do the research and you got to pay your people right. Because if you're going to do a business like this, like a service-based business, you want to make sure that the people who are working with you, not for you, with you. Because none of my team members work for me. They work with me. They work with me to provide health, wealth, and joy and money content to help you all get out of debt and build wealth, right? They don't work for me. They work with me for the vision. Because I'm God's. They're God's. We're all working together. We're a team, right? And so that's number one. You got to have that philosophy. If you're going to do any of these businesses, people who work, who you pay the paycheck to. Now, yes, you're the boss. Like, yes, you are the head man or the head woman in charge. But your philosophy should be like, yo, but I can't do this without a good, solid team. And a good, solid team wants to be respected and they want to be paid well. So you got to make sure that if you're going to do something like this, you got to pay them well if you're going to do it. But here's another thing that you may not want to get into the supervisory part. But hey, check this out. Tutor it online. My homegirl, I grew up with her, Avante. What's up, Avante? I know she's watching. You know, she's very big in tutoring, has her doctorate degree. She was in the educational field for a while. And pre-COVID, I remember her and I talking about starting an online tutoring business. And she never got into it because, you know, she was busy with school. Well, when COVID hit, and she was home and her parents were hitting her up saying, hey, my kid is having a hard time. Can I get some tutoring with you? She started realizing that she can honestly start a business on the side, do her 8 hours, tutor her kids for free that's inside of her classroom. But then from 2 to about like 7 o'clock at night, she's like, hey, yo, I went out there and I charged $75 an hour to tutor people. She did that for a month. She was booked. And she's like, yo, I don't want this many clients. So this is what she did. She started charging $200 an hour for a tutoring business. She stayed booked. Then she was like, well, wait, if I'm making just as much money that I am on the side than I am working 8 hours, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. And she started her own business. Then what she do? She created a full-time virtual tutoring business to where she left the hourly pay to where now you gotta do packages. You gotta do monthly rates. So now she's tutoring people for normal tutoring education, but she's really specializing in prepping people for the ACT and the SAT to help get their ACT and SAT scores up. So now she's meeting with the same kid, maybe like once every other week, thoroughly for about an hour and a half, but they're buying it in packages. So they're retaining her services for a monthly rate with the minimum of a 6-month contract. So she's taken the education that she got, started a service-based business, right? Now watch this. When she started the service-based business, she came back to me. She's like, hey, yo, I need to create content so I can have a funnel that feeds my personal business. I was like, that's brilliant. So now I taught her how to build a personal business that is coming over here, that is feeding her business. So now she didn't have to pay for ads. She didn't have to go out here and scream for people because she's offering free content, free tips on how to build an ACT, free tips on how to do the SAT, free tips on Algebra 1 and Algebra and Calculus and all that type of stuff. Now, at the end of her shows, end of her podcast, it's like, hey, if you want to dive in, if you want to get tutored for the next 6 months, I have a tutoring program. You can go check this out. Boom, 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 boom. Check it out. Boom. She stayed busy. She stayed booked. What service-based business can you start? And does that service-based business allow you to create a personal brand that then generates, boom, right, watch this, you more leads and more contacts? Just give me some things that people really got to be thinking about. Here's the 5. Here's the 5th one. And it's the one that I think a lot of people are doing, but not really utilizing it correctly. And that's freelance. When I say freelance graphic designer, resume writer, or promote your service on Upwork and Fiverr. There's so many people that I see, right? So many people that are in a freelance world, but they're not really executing it correctly. They're not really executing the freelance correctly. What I mean by that? They're money hungry, not service hungry. How do you serve people? How do you position yourself to help someone else's dream come alive? Not how can you charge the most money? How can you make the most money? Because here's the thing, if you as a freelancer help me turn my vision into something that looks appealing, I'm going to want to not just pay you a lot. I'm going to ask you, how can I either hire you or put you on a monthly retainer? What can I do? If you're a resume writer, I'm not just asking you how to write my resume correctly. How can you help me build my LinkedIn profile? What am I saying? I am really, really in a position to where I'm like, I want to help you make more money. And these are 5 ways that you could really, really, really win. E-commerce, virtual assistant, starting your own personal brand, service-based business, and freelance. Keep in mind, I never said drive for Uber, Uber Eats, or DoorDash. A lot of this stuff, look at it, you guys, could be done online. Do you get what I'm saying here? Utilize online. The future of money and wealth is going to be online. And if you don't take advantage of this right now, if you don't take advantage of your story, if you don't take advantage of your journey, if you don't take advantage of your experiences, if you don't take advantage of everything that God has fearfully and wonderfully put on the inside of you, you're going to be left behind. You're still going to be making $20 an hour. You're still going to be making $30 an hour. And some of y'all right now are saying $30 an hour is great, but here's how the wealthy get wealthier. They think about the future and they take advantage of what's coming down the future. Do you know how many people have laughed at me because I said, hey, I'm leaving this and I'm gonna go build my own content creation, personal brand business? They laughed. Oh, he's not gonna be able to do that. I laughed at my brother-in-law when he told me he's gonna leave his job to go build a personal brand business around Black fathers. So my sister kept working and he left his job to come home and to be a Black father on YouTube raising their first child, Theo. And I was upset. I was furious. I said, what Negro is going to leave his job and make his wife work while he gets to get up and play with his kid all day? This ain't no man. You better go out there and put some boots on and get your hands dirty. You're a man on YouTube? I was furious. I was upset. But he saw the future. Glenn saw the power of the internet way before I did. And today, he's one of the most sought after YouTubers, thought leaders, experts around Black fathers. He has 4 loving kids. I have 3 nephews and 1 niece. Married to my amazing, amazing sister, my one and only sister, Yvette, Glenn and Yvette Henry, better known as Belief in Fatherhood and the founders of How Married Are You? You've seen them on commercials with Kev on stage. You've seen them on your Dove boxes in Walgreens and CVS's and Walmart. You've seen him on billboards. You've seen him in Disney commercials. You've seen him in BMW commercials. You've seen the Henry family all over the world. He just shot another commercial. He shot a commercial, I think it was last year, with who? John Legend. Yeah, with John Legend. He shot a video with John Legend. They were just on TV, Black Love. All of this because they took advantage of online. They took advantage of building a personal brand, offering a service, and sharing their journey and their story. And today, they are all over the world. 1 million+ subscribers on YouTube. A beautiful family. And here's the thing that I really love about what they did and what you could do with a personal brand. And if this is something you genuinely want to do, like you want this kind of freedom and you want to take advantage of the online world, I would encourage you to come to the workshop. It's just here in a few days. We only have 3,000 seats available. Go to anthonyoneal.com/save my seat. We'll have that information in the show notes. They did something that was so inspiring to me. They left California where they live, rented an RV, and for 2 months traveled the United States of America with their kids. Went by and saw all their family members all over the U.S. At the time, I was living in Nashville, came by and spent a whole week with me in Nashville. It was just the fact that they can make money while they were on the road and give their kids that kind of experience, that was so encouraging to me. And I think all of us should be able to do that. And if you want to learn more about that, click the link in the show notes. Join us at the webinar. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. What are the 4 keys to put in place to where you can build a personal brand and become profitable to eventually one day. It is definitely worth your while. I hope these business ideas bless you. I hope it's something that you look into. And we'll see you in the next show. Peace out.